Hello everybody, I'm Londa, aka Creative Mommy of Two, and welcome back to my channel. Today, as you see by the project I have laying on the table, we are going to do a latch hook kit today. So that means it is WIP and Chat time. It is the last, upload Wednesday for me of this month, so I am going to do a latch hook again. I am going to show you the project I am working on for, basically the past 2 years or something, if not even 3. It's this one. It's kind of a big one. I'm now here. So yeah, I still have a long way to go, but I'm getting close to the halfway point. Because I'm going to show you a little bit of the pattern. Like, I'm in this square right now. Oh, no, this one. Sorry. And there is the halfway point. So I'm getting close to the halfway point. So I'm going to sit down. Hopefully when I move my chair, I'm not bumping my camera arm, because then we have the shakes. Okay. I'm going to try to keep this thing a little bit, still, but I can't promise a thing because it has a tendency to move everywhere. So yeah. But yeah, first off, how are you all doing? I hope you had a great week. If you didn't, I'm sorry. I know how you feel. Part of my week, at least, has not been the best. At this point in time, I'm feeling down in the dumps, to say it like that. And I'm not having the best of days. Like a couple of days already, so yeah, I'm not really feeling the fact that I need to go to gym class with the kids in the afternoon. I'm filming this on a Thursday morning today, because this gives me a little bit more time. Let the housework be the housework for a little bit. Can do that this afternoon, and otherwise tomorrow. Tomorrow is another day. But yeah, so this gives me a little bit more time to work on this, because with the latch hook, with me filming it, I put out all the threads for one square of this. It's like I have everything to fill this square. But yeah, as soon as I need to move on to the next, I need to pause, and that takes me a time to put everything there, and yeah. It's a whole lot of something. So, yeah. So I'm not planning on doing that when I have like a little bit of a time restraint for like the fact that I need to also pick up the kids this afternoon from school. Because they're back in school again. Do need to say thankfully, because yeah, with my mental health at the moment not being the greatest. I'm going to move around a little bit of the threads. Zips. Yeah, with my mental health not being the greatest, it's nice for me to have some peace and quiet when the kids are in school. So yeah, I can use it, because tomorrow, so on Wednesday, husband has thing going on at work, so he has the 12:30 till 8 shift. Which means I basically have no time for myself during the day. And I hope I'm in a better of moods tomorrow, because otherwise I will have a struggle day. But we'll see. Hopefully I'm not starting to yank my hair out. Because also at the moment I'm like not feeling social interaction, so hopefully it will be done by Thursday and Friday, because then it's Halloween, and yeah. Well, on Thursday it's actually Halloween, but like our neighborhood celebrates the like trick-or-treating and stuff on Friday. So yeah, we are turning on the pumpkins and the lights and the stuff we have on Thursday for people that are trick-or-treating on Thursday, that aren't aware that it's like a quote-unquote organized event on Friday. So yeah, but oh well. But yeah, I'm not feeling the spooky feeling at the moment, so hopefully I have a little bit of reset before then, because yeah, as I said, I'm not feeling the greatest, but I'm going to try to keep positive and everything, but sometimes it's just easier said than done. I think everybody knows that feeling. So yeah, if I'm sounding a little less optimistic as normal, that's why. I've had a couple of struggle days. Thankfully, before that I had some good days. Since Friday on Saturday, the kids stayed at my parents', so I had a little bit of time to reload the battery, but yeah, by the time it was Saturday evening, my battery was gone again, so that didn't help at all. But oh well, let's just get into it, share what I will have had happened last week, or whatever did happen. That's maybe a better sentence, but oh well. Probably I will be extra rambly, extra stumbly about my words, so sorry for that. But yeah, it's been one of those weeks. So the kids were off last week. Spoke with you last week. Told you all that like the kids had vacation. It's their fall break. So yeah, they were off for an entire week. I did try to craft a little with them, which most of the times didn't work. They played upstairs together pretty nicely. Obviously had some moments where I could, like, if we would call what we would say in Dutch, plak ze achter het behang. Well, kon ze achter het behang plakken. Would have been able to stick them behind wallpaper. Well, this is not going according to plan. Yeah, but let's be honest, that's what they're kids for. Let's be honest, what kid doesn't test your nerves at times? So yeah. But still, when you don't have time to load up your own battery, yeah, it makes for a short fuse. Yeah, I don't think we did like anything really spectacular. Hubby and I did go, we'll do some games for our date night. Not sure when we will be doing date night this week, since yeah, he has to work till 8. So by the time he gets home, it will be like 8:30 or something. So I need to see like if we will be doing date night today, which is Tuesday, or if we will do it on Thursday or skip it, or what the plan is. Yeah, last week at least we did do some nice games, which was fun. As I said, dropped the kids off at my parents' on Friday. Was kind of fearful for a moment that I needed to turn around, because we had these like magnetic drawing boards for the kids where they could draw on. Like we're in the car for like 10 minutes, maybe 20 from the like hour that I need to drive. And our daughter was starting to fuss that she was having a tummy ache. I'm like, basically, that's your normal excuse. That's not a strange thing. Like basically every time, especially when we drive a little bit further, she tells that. Many times it's just, well, we feel for attention. Might be that she's getting a little travel sick or something. I don't say that it's impossible or something, but many times it's also like when we don't tell where we are going, then she will say it like basically to be able to have us tell where we're going. So yeah, but she was saying that she felt like her tummy was hurting, and I was like, yeah, basically suck it up or we need to go home. I'm like, well, we're almost to the exit of the, what's the best translation? Highway, freeway, whatever. Big fast driving lane. Like, I can turn around here. So you choose. Are we going or are we going back? They're like, yeah, we're going. I really want to go. I was like, yeah. Okay, but I don't want to hear you fussing every 5 seconds. Because that would make a long drive. So she was like, okay. Well, not even 5 minutes afterwards, I was just past the exit. And she started to puke. I was like, are you fudging kidding me? So, thankfully, Netherlands is small. You have an exit in like 5 minutes anyway. So, I'm like, hey, I can't help it now. We need to drive to the next exit. Then I can clean you up and we'll see what we do. So she was like, okay. Puked again in a few seconds. I was like, sorry, girl, I can't do anything. Thankfully, our son is not one to be faced by it. He's like, well, tough luck, not my problem. And he just keeps going. If it would be our son puking, our daughter would be puking as well, so that didn't help. So I took the exit, found a parking lot. Thankfully, the next exit was like at a business center, sort of like business park, whatever you want to call it. Like a lot of like distribution centers are there. So it's like, okay, we're going off here because I'm pretty sure I can find a parking lot somewhere. It ended up being a carpool place, but I was like, parked like literally on a place where it's like there they can charge their electrical vehicles from like the business that was across the street. I didn't stand like right in front of it. So I was like, yeah, well, if somebody comes fussing at me, I can just show them like, hey, I had a puking kid. What did you expect me to do? Like drive around until I can find a place, or just clean her up as soon as I possibly can. So I thankfully had some baby wipes still in the car and some bags. So thankfully for that, I was able to clean her up at least a little bit, clean her car seat a little bit. Because they went over to stay at my parents', I had also some spare clothing in the car. Well, we always have some spare clothing in the car, but this one was a set that actually fit. So I changed her, like at least her pants, because that was dirty as all get up. Sadly, she did need to take off her jacket because that was dirty. Her shirt underneath was like a little bit dirty, but not too bad. So it was like, yeah, you can clean that out when we get there if you still want to go. She was saying she felt better, so I'm like, yeah, we're going to risk it, but I don't want to hear when we get there, like, I don't want to go or anything, or when I'm finally back at home, that I need to get called, like, hey, she's still sick, pick her up, because that wouldn't be like a very happy moment for me, especially since the fact that it's an hour each way, so that would make, if I needed to also pick her up when I got home, that I needed to be in the car for 4 hours. Thankfully, that didn't happen, but yeah, I was worried for a little bit. But she was saying that she felt better. I was like, okay, do you really want to try? She was like, yeah, I really want to. I was like, okay. If you're not feeling the greatest, tell me. So I gave her an extra bag that I had from like the baby wipes. I have always bags with that, so I can throw away the trash. I have like the baby wipes I have left from when they were still in diapers. I have them in the car and everywhere around the house so that I can wipe dirty hands and stuff. So I'm like, yeah, throwing them out without use is useless, pun intended. So I'm just like, I can better use them for like wiping them off and stuff, or like if I have sticky fingers in the summer from like putting sunscreen on or anything, then I have a bag, put some of the wipes in and put it in the trash. So yeah, thankfully I had those. So I grabbed an extra bag, gave it to her like, hey, if you need to again, here you have a bag. Thankfully, didn't happen. But yeah, now she has a bag in reach for just in case it happens again. But yeah, when we were driving a little bit faster, I'm like, yeah, I think I know why it happened, because you were drawing on your drawing board. You kept drawing even though you started to feel nauseous already. And you didn't start looking up. Because when I personally keep looking down like reading a book in the car, well, I can drive. Well, my husband then obviously, because I can drive and read at the same time. But then I would be also like feeling very nauseous in like a few seconds. So I'm like, yeah, probably you have the same issue as me. So yeah, if you get the drawing board again, keep looking up. Don't draw too long, because otherwise we have the same issue again. But yeah, thankfully when I dropped her off, my mom was able to wash out her jacket, the jeans she wore, the one she had on in the car. After I cleaned her up also was dirty because, yeah, half her chair was dirty, but yeah, couldn't help it. So I fully changed her clothes again, got washed right away. So yeah, thankfully it was only that, like the little car sickness, but yeah, I was afraid of her getting sick for a bit there. But yeah, afterwards I went to Van Kranenbroek. I said that last week. I wanted to see if I could find some skeletons. Sadly, they didn't have them anymore, so I need to keep that idea in mind for next year, because then we probably are able to find some skeletons. I was also looking around for December stuff, if you know what I mean. I don't know if you have small ears walking around, so I am just going to call it like that. There wasn't what I wanted to have. That what they had for kids, or well, for our daughter, was barely even cheaper. So I was like, you know what? Just going to grab it online because I have like a money back stuff. So I was like, yeah, it will be the same price, and now I don't have to, well, fuss around with it. I think it will end up being like a few cents cheaper if it already was that. I think it was about the same price. So yeah, after that, drove back home. Husband was at home just before me, like a few minutes. He was sitting on his with his cup of coffee when I came back. Told him the story of our daughter in the car. He was also a little bit like, keep your fingers crossed that that was all it was, that we don't need to go back. Afterwards, we did go to a toy store to look around for like the other stuff we still needed. See like if there was anything we were like, ooh, that would be nice, or ideas and stuff, because... Sorry, hold on. Okay, I'm sorry. My tablet was starting to talk like I didn't air out the living room enough yesterday. Even though I'm pretty sure I did, but oh well. But yeah, I thought it's not really interesting to hear that for you. But yeah, so we drove around, ended up also going to a garden center, picked up another like pumpkin for decoration. One of those like, not like, yeah, stone kind of like thingies. So we have another pumpkin on our porch. Well, not really porch, like stairs in front of our door. But yeah. Afterwards, it was like around dinner time, so we were debating like, what do we do? We actually we're interested in doing like a snack night, but we didn't have much like at home, and we're like, yeah, what do we have? What do we want? So we ended up going to a restaurant instead. It's like also one of our go-tos. So we had a nice dinner there. Yeah, and after that, just had a relaxing evening together. Slept in on Saturday. It was amazing. Just not needing to get out of bed for anyone. Just being able to sit in bed, scroll around on my phone. At a certain point, I grabbed, well, breakfast for the cat because she was starting to meow her head off. Then grabbed coffee from my husband and I so we could have, like, quote unquote, breakfast in bed. Yeah, afterwards we did some shopping again because, yeah, I really need to have some sweaters or vests or whatever for winter so that or at least shirts with long sleeves, but some vests would be fine as well so I can just have something to cover my arms because t-shirts with short sleeves are too cold. But yeah, ended up not finding anything, but I did find myself some Halloween earrings. They were on sale. They were now like $2.50 for a pair instead of $5.50, so €3 off. So I was happy with that. But I'm going to pause here because I need to grab some new threads. So hold on for a few seconds for you. Probably like 5 or 10 minutes for me. Be right back. Okay, and I'm back. So, yeah, as I was saying, I grabbed the earrings. I also needed to grab a t-shirt for our daughter for like on her Halloween outfit. Sadly, I didn't find that one because they were all the wrong size. So I do need to go to the city center like either today or tomorrow. Because, yeah, it is already in 2 days that I need it. Well, if I can't find anything, I'll just have to grab a t-shirt that she owns and hope that it's not too visible, that it has a big print on there. So, yeah, it's something. Yeah, she wanted to be a black cat again this year. So yeah, I really would love to have like also a black t-shirt underneath because it's like a short sleeve thing with like these like see-through sleeves that are a bit longer. So it's like, it's smart to have something that is like a little bit longer sleeved for her. So yeah. So I need to go to the city center for that because I couldn't find it there. Also couldn't find any clothing for myself, at least not without it costing like €50 for a vest. I'm like, yeah, no, not going to do that. we had some lunch there, which was also very nice. Yeah, and by that time it was already time to pick up the kids. Sadly, we needed to drive on a not regular route back home because the snelweg, the freeway, highway, whatever it is, that we normally use was closed down because they were working on it. So yeah, we couldn't obviously use that. So we needed to drive on the wonderful streets of Belgium. Yeah. Let's just say they aren't the greatest roads. You can obviously see which parts are newer and which parts aren't. Yeah, road maintenance in Belgium isn't the best. Let's just say it like that. It's like one of those things that you hear about it often, that as soon as you cross from Belgium into the Netherlands, you instantly recognize it by the roads. Even though the road we came into the Netherlands by, the first part in the Netherlands is a bad piece of road. I think they plan on redoing it, but yeah, not entirely sure. I'm not an expert on those things, so yeah. Yeah, we had a late dinner at the regular place, McDonald's. There was actually no place for the four of us to sit, so we ended up getting it to take away and eat in the car. The kids were actually very happy with it. Daughter was at first kind of annoyed that she couldn't have any sauce with her French fries, but we're yeah, we're not going to risk you messing up the entire car. Because, yeah, we know how it goes. It can be a mess. So, yeah, not going to do that. Not going to risk it. We need to move that one around before it's on the wrong place. But yeah, in the end, they were very excited about it because it was something different than usual. They were able to eat dinner in the car. We were still in the parking lot because, yeah, not going to risk first time getting food in the car, dinner food, because they had bread rolls and stuff in the car, but not French fries and chicken nuggets. So we're yeah, we're not going to risk them making a big mess out of it. Also, for ourselves, it was easy. Eating was easier. Words. So we're just sitting in the parking lot, even though the parking lot also didn't have a lot of space, but thankfully we found a spot when we needed to park to go in, but yeah. So we're yeah, we're not going to order and keep waiting for a table that clears out. We're just going to eat in the car. Ended up being fine, thankfully. So we now know that if it happens again, we can just do that, even it isn't the thing that the kids ask for. Because one of the places we more often go to, it's kind of busy. And we're yeah, if the line is just too big, we can just go through the drive and just go park somewhere and eat. Now we know that's a perfectly fine option, which is also very nice. It is also eating with a lot less distraction. Our daughter was done with her dinner first in the first time in I don't know how long. So that was nice as well. Because she always is too distracted to eat. So now she didn't have as many distractions. Yeah, after that we just drove back home. They could watch some TV, and afterwards it was bedtime for them. diamond painting time for me. So I started working on Train of Dreams. I decided I will also be joining in on the event. Oh, it was the name again. It was the Randall Spangler event in November by Mystria Diamonds, if I'm not mistaken, is her name. Randy. And the principal painter, Kara. I'm not... It's something Spangler something. It's all all about Randall Spangler art. So I decided to join in on that. Do need to take my start picture and put it in whenever I find where to put it, if it's even going in before that. But we'll see. But yeah, thankfully you didn't need to have a new start and also not a finish, because Train of Dreams is big. I'm pretty sure I can't finish it in 1 month, especially since I'm doing it completely single placed. Since, yeah, it's a possibility it will be hanging in my son's room. So yeah, it would be nice if the background wasn't too visible at too many places, because that would drive me nuts. But yeah, it makes it go a little bit slower. And it having a lot, at least at the part where I'm working on now, having a lot of the same background doesn't make it feel going any faster as well. So I have now 4 squares of about 10 by 10 done. So yeah, we'll see how long I'm working on it, but I'm estimating month and a half, give or take, maybe a bit longer. We'll see. Also, the clock went backwards last weekend, so I'm also probably feeling the effects of that. Doesn't help that it gets dark earlier, because I'm pretty sure I have what is the word, seasonal effectiveness disorder. Because as soon as the weather goes down, or it's a really bad day, it's cloudy and feels like there's not much sunlight going in, I directly feel it in my emotional and mental state. So I'm pretty sure I have that. Self-diagnosed, obviously, but yeah. But yeah, it has a big impact, so it doesn't help that days are getting shorter. That means my fuse is getting shorter as well. It also isn't helping that I feel I'm really needing to fuss up my husband lately for moving along with our daughter's room. Because I, again, on Sunday worked on it myself, even though it was the planning to work on it together, so we could hopefully have it done. But no, he decided to not work on it with me. So my short fuse got even shorter. But yeah, now I am at a point where I really just need his help, because I can't keep crawling around on the floor, trying to measure it, cutting the insulation, crawling back at a place where I am, shove everything in, and yeah, it's just not working. And he also still needs to take some parts of the old insulation out, and I'm asking him about it for already 2 months, but yeah. Do tell me, do you have the same issues with your husband, that you can ask him something to do 20 times and it still isn't done? How do you deal with it? Give me some tips, because at times I'm feeling I'm starting to lose it. And he knows it, so that doesn't help as well. But yeah, I'm really, really, really wanting to have our daughter's room finished, but I feel I'm so far away from it. I'm starting to get at a point where I'm I just need to do stuff myself, so at least it gets done. But then I know, like in a few years, we still need to do it again because I have hardly any knowledge about home stuff. Like the decoration parts, no issues. But as soon as it like involves power tools or anything, yeah, no, not my thing. But I was also saying like to my husband, like as soon as we get part of like the installation and building wall parts, I can do some stuff because yeah, I can build furniture like the IKEA stuff. I can build it up. No problem. Don't need him with that. Maybe for putting it in its place, but for the rest, don't need him for it. So that's stuff I can do when the kids are at home and he's at work. But like installation, building walls, building the furniture that like, because he wants to have the bed, like basically custom made. So yeah, I can do that. I can paint. No problem there. That's the thing again I can do. But I haven't laid any floors yet. So yeah, that's the thing he needs to do because he has done it before. I haven't. I can do like the trimming. No problem there. I have learned that by now. But yeah, so I'm feeling like I'm constantly waiting on him to do certain stuff. Yes, I know he works full time. He wants to have weekends as well. But at the same time, I'm like, okay, give in some weekends, even if it's just one day. But please help me out and give me some mental strength back because it's just weighing me down because I have the feeling that I can't function anymore. Because it's to the point where like our son, he's 4, he's still sleeping in his baby crib because I don't have a space for his bed. So I'm like really, really at a point of breaking at the moment. So yeah. If you can offer me some tips, please do. Because even if it's just tips for me not losing my mind over it. I know easier said than done, but still. Yeah. I'm feeling like I'm drowning at a certain point, but oh well. Oh well. Also, with me being, well, struggling with the attic on Sunday, I wasn't able to diamond paint in the evening. So I ended up plunking on the couch and I made a start in the series Good Doctor on Netflix. I think I watched 2 or 3 episodes. I don't need to say it's a good show. Don't know how good of an actual representation of having autism and what was the other name he had, like Savant syndrome, if I'm not mistaken. Like if it's like an actual representation, like if you deal with autism, like either like yourself or a loved one or just anybody you know, let me know, like if you watch the show, is it like an actual representation or at least for how you deal with it? Because I know like not everybody that has autism has the same symptoms, has the same struggles. Because I don't want to use the word suffering from ADHD because yeah, you might suffer at some certain points, but I rather call it a struggle. Because my daughter has NLD, which is a nonverbal learning disorder. Even though verbal problems aren't, well, verbal things aren't her issue. She is highly verbal. So it's like the opposite of what you expect it would mean. But it's not, she doesn't suffer from it. She struggles with it, but she doesn't suffer from it. And I think that's like with autism, ADHD, and everything as well. You don't suffer from it, you struggle with it. Like, let me know if you think, if you agree with me, or if you think like there's a better way to say it. Well, deal with autism or something is also a way to say it. But like, people are people. Everybody suffers their own problems. So yeah, then you can just say like, you suffer from just being you. But yeah, at least up until this point, I do think it's enjoyable. Obviously, he's socially awkward at certain points. But then I'm like, yeah, I am too. So yeah, even though I think like my daughter's NLD comes from me, because it's apparently hereditary. And I recognized her behavior too much in my own behavior from when I was small. So I think I have it as well. Not tested for it. Don't plan on testing myself for it. Like, the suspicion is enough for me. Because, yeah, I learned to live with it at this certain point. So for me, it's not that I need to have like a diagnosis to get, well, help is not the right word, but to have like some extra guidance if necessary. If I really need it, I can just have it get tested then. For now, I don't see the point in it. But yeah, my body was gone so I decided to just do the nice relaxing couch potato thing for the day. And yeah, on Monday the kids went to school again. I did bring them myself. Also, my husband had the same thing he has tomorrow, so he had to work the late shift again yesterday. So yeah, we brought the kids to school together. Did grocery shopping and like all the regular stuff. Then he needed to go to work. In the afternoon, I filmed some videos I needed to film. I did the review on a mystery kit. I also did the part 4 of my cross-stitch conversion, round versus square. So those are both at like the page 4, well, basically page 8, but but I have like basically 4 pages done of the like 11 or something, I believe. So yeah, that one also will be going up. So it was fun that I was able to film round versus square on the day that round square versus, well, Heaven on Earth Design versus Diamond Art Club got up on the channel. So that was at least something. Yeah, afterwards, got the kids from school. Did the usual, I have them draw some stuff. Well, did some drawing. They got dinner. Afterwards, they watched some TV, did some playing. They went to bed. I got my diamond painting stuff out again. Husband came home. Each did their own thing, went to bed, woke up this morning, and starting the whole mess over again. So yeah, I did 2 squares now. I think I'm going to leave it at this because, yeah, my brain is just not braining. Think I'm going to do some house chores now, so I can all do that. Edit some videos in the meantime, and yeah, all that fun stuff. So yeah, I'm going to leave it here. It's a bit shorter than you kind of used to by now, I think, because most of the times my videos are most of the times past an hour, but yeah, I am not sure what to ramble on about, so yeah, really need to do some research and stuff. Been saying that for weeks, and yeah, my brain is just not having it, so yeah. We're just going to leave it at that. So, with everything being said, I hope you will have a wonderful week. If not, again, like, I'm sorry, I hope you find something that makes your week better. I at least hope my week gets better than it is. If you watch this before Halloween and you celebrate Halloween, have a fun Halloween. If you go trick-or-treating, I hope you get a nice catch. We don't go trick-or-treating, we're the ones handing out candy. So yeah, hopefully the kids have a lot of fun with that. We will have some snacks for the kids ourselves, so that our kids also have a fun Halloween. Because last year's, they really enjoyed handing out the candy. So we're also like you, we also want them to have some of the candy. So we had some special candy for them got them a couple of weeks ago. So yeah, we're trying to make it fun. Don't think we have actual plans for during this weekend. So yeah, not much planned. So I hope you will have, as I said, a fun weekend, fun week in general. And yeah, I hope to see you next time. If you liked the video, well, you know the drill. Like, subscribe if you haven't already, and leave your thoughts, comments, and everything you want to tell, even if it's just an emoji, to show me you watched the video. Leave it all down in the comment section below this video, and yeah, have a great time. See you next time. Bye!